Hello, hello, how's it going, everybody? Welcome in. Who we got here today? We got Pinked, we got Water Ghost, we got Nathan, we got Deacon, we got Sydney, we got Luna. Hope you're all doing well today. We are back on Skyblock Kingdoms. Allie, welcome in, welcome in. We are going to be working on getting some wood back because I used all of it over stream weekend and on the build in the shopping district. And I actually did a full wipe this weekend with like 16 stacks of wood on me. It was pretty painful. So we're going to grind that out. And also we have some children to rehome. So let's jump on into the game here. Here we go. What's this I hear about rehoming the children? So Viking cured all the children over at the Birch Kingdom last night. So I now have 15 Elfie heads that need new villagers, or you know, rehoming the children, like I said. So yeah, are you building anything or just grinding materials? We're gonna get up to a little bit of shenanigans, and we're going to be grinding from materials. We probably won't get around to building anything today because I don't have the resources to actually build anything right now. I'm also still working on the episode. I promise it's coming soon. It's just been a little bit slow this week. I've been a little bit under the weather. But what I'm thinking might end up happening, depending on how fast I can turn around for a Forever World video, is we might have a double feature weekend. So I'm probably going to end up starting on the Forever World video tonight. And what we might wind up doing is a Skyblock Kingdoms release on Saturday and a Forever World release on Sunday, and catch up with our schedule. Sorry about the void loss. It's all good. That's part of life here on Skyblock Kingdoms. It's not the first time I've wiped, and it certainly won't be the last. But yeah. We are the same people as yesterday, but okay. Oh, okay. But yeah, welcome in, Zan. But yeah, we got to decide who to give the children to. So, from what I heard, Lagundo already has a bunch of heads on his villagers, so Jungle is probably out. I know Spruce has a lot of villagers. I think Avid at Dark Oak has some villagers. Who else has villagers? Oh, Pale Oak might have some villagers now, too. So we could hit Milkman. That could be fun. I would donate you like $10, but my parents doesn't want me to do that. All good, dude. I always tell people there is zero obligation to donate. There's zero obligation to subscribe. Just hang out here, have fun. That's what I have this channel here for. Also, let's go open status now and turn this back on. Pale Oak does. Ooh. And the clock tower. That is very tempting. And I know that Milkman released his video, so we can check and see if there's Milkman prank finally. Here, let me just double check. I want to make sure there's nothing in the spoilers channel about Pale Oak. If there's nothing in the spoilers channel, we might hit Pale Oak with this. I'm looking in the wrong Discord. Let's see. Spoilers. Pale Oak is now unspoilerized. Nice. Okay, I think we need to go get ourselves a dispenser and go to Pale Oak. We're gonna start out with that. Also, I have some stock for my new shop here. I've been working on making redstone components for a while here. That's all stock, so we can't take from there. I know I have a dispenser in one of these guys here, though. That's an observer and a dropper. Hydrate, thank you. There we go, dispenser. And we'll take that to make buttons. Let's grab a few more. Oh. All of our emeralds are gone. Okay. We're gonna have to spend some time on that at some point. No, they are not online. Currently, it's just me. Oh, everyone online is currently live. Me, Acorn, and Nathra, and Viking. There we go. Hope you get to 10k fast. We are very quickly approaching 10k. On the YouTube side, I think we're about 250 away from 10K. Lots of hydrate. Yeah, let me do that real quick. Oh, bear's screaming. He's been very loud today. Aren't emeralds in the other chest? They kind of move around. They've migrated over to here since the Extra Life weekend, but now they're just all gone. I'm guessing Fool was stocking his forge. So yeah, we'll just have to grind for some more. Elfie, I'm trying to build some paths on my world, but I don't know what block to use for texture. Got any blocks? Are you doing like a stone path? Are you doing a dirt path? What kind of path are you working with? Are you doing path blocks? Once we know the palette, I can help you out. Alright, Pale Oak is over this way. I know Milkman will appreciate the child support. Hey, Chicken Man, what's up, dude? Dirt path? Okay, in that case, packed mud goes really well as any of the dirt variants. So coarse dirt, rooted dirt, that all works really well. Brown mushroom blocks, they work well. Yeah, that's what I would suggest for texturing blocks. They really need to make the back of their portal a little safer. But yeah, if you haven't seen Milkman's latest video, this area looks really cool. He's been adding these floating islands with trees around. So yeah, if you're not checking out Milkman's videos, make sure you do that. He's been really popping off this season, and you know what? I get it. Oh, hi, Craig. What up, dude? You're following us around, aren't you? Okay. So I hear there's villagers over here. Cat crossing. No guests of kingdoms allowed. Don't mind if I do. Oh, that is a very naked sheep. Okay. Where do we get to the villagers? I hope they're not just iron farm villagers. If they are, then that's not really worth hitting. Okay, that's a flower farm of some sorts. Yes, I am a cat now. I hate to break it to you guys, but they might just be iron farm villagers. Oh, wait a minute. I hear them. Are they above here? Or are they in here? Oh, it's a villager. Okay. You know, we may have to pick a different victim. One villager's not really worth pranking. Let me guess. Yeah, most of their villagers are part of the iron farm. Yeah, I don't see any more around here. It's just that one dude. Womp womp. Okay. Well, in that case, we're going to save these heads for someone else. We will get Milkman in a different way. To be fair, we did drop the security guard on him over the stream weekend, so we have gotten him fairly recently. Next time, Milkman prank? Oh, absolutely. We will find a way to get Milkman. Womp womp indeed. So, why don't we head over to Dark Oak? They are over the way I just came from. Okay, they are that portal right there. I think Avid is next on the list because Avid is streaming tonight, so that should be pretty funny for him to walk into. Which portal is it? One of these is the Guardian Farm, the other one is his base. I'm gonna go with this one is the base. Yep, okay. Whew, what the... Oh, that is terrifying. Yeah, this place is This place is looking real cool. Avid and Marm did this on the stream weekend. That's their new storage room. Under the Iron Farm Orb? Awesome. Okay. So over here somewhere. Oh, I hear the men. Wait. Why do I hear pigmen? Oh, in there, right? Okay, yeah. I see. First Skyblock stream. Let's go. How's it going, Aaron? Okay. Let's see. These things are everywhere. And cats running around screaming again. Alright, how do we get in here? How are you today? I am doing good, thank you for asking. We are trying to figure out how to get into this orb. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I get it. The trapdoors. Today's my dad's 50th birthday. Well, happy birthday to your dad. Okay, this is gonna be good. Ryad, what's up, dude? Boop. And you know, Avid was always very he always liked the elfie villagers over Birch Kingdom, so you know what, it's fitting that he gets them next. We'll just have to make sure to replace the buttons, that way nothing spawns in here. Boop. Okay, there we go. Griefing banned. This isn't griefing, this is improving. There's a difference. Oh no, not Marm's villagers. Unarguably better. Exactly. I prefer to look at it as Avid's villagers. Because I know Avid will appreciate it. Boop. They were the next on the list at the orphanage, so yeah. They get the children next. Alright, do they have villagers elsewhere as well? Or is it just these guys? Because I have a few more elfie heads. Oh, I could have put it on the glass, but oh well. Alright, I got 7 more elfie heads. The Prismarine farm? Oh, right. They do have some over there, don't they? The fishermen. Let's see if they have 7 over there. I've placed all the buttons back, right? Yeah, let's just double check. Looks good. Okay. Yeah, it's safe. This bridge, however, is not. All right. I wonder how many of these are around. I think that's what Avid's looking for tonight, is all of those. Here we go. There are so many. Was there always a portal right here? Oh, they're being overrun. Hey, Loss, how's it going? Welcome in. That's Rook, I think, right? Oh, is that the other portal on the nether side? You know what? We can just go through that then. I was worried that might be a mistake. They really are everywhere. Okay, where is the Prismarine farm? I actually don't know what portal that is. Is it out towards the gold farm, or? You know what, maybe we'll just leave it at those ones for now, and what we'll do is another stream, we'll add the Prismarine farm ones, so it's like the Elfie curse is spreading. I think that's a good idea. It also gives me time to figure out where the Prismarine farm is. Fast travel by jumping into the void. That works a lot better when I don't have all of my stuff on me. Vintage knows? That is true, but Vintage is not online at the moment, sadly. Viking probably knows as well, but yeah. Maybe later in the stream. I want Avid to see those villagers first before I go to the next ones. It's a lot funnier that way, I think. So for now, we got an ender chest over here. We'll store the rest of the Elfie heads there. And maybe we'll put the dispenser in there too. That way we have it on hand. There we go. Okay, so next order of business. How much bone meal do we have? Because we very desperately need wood. We have used up like all of our supplies. We have a couple logs here and there. I even cleared out the placeholder logs here. It's looking pretty bad right now in terms of wood for us. Let's see. Oh, a bone meal. Hey, Acorn, how's it going? Welcome in, Raiders. We got Natasha, we got Asdi, we got Creeper, Acorn, Eve. How are you all doing today? Welcome in. What were you up to today, Acorn? I caught the first little bit of your stream, but I missed the last half. So how did the cactus farm relocation go? And for those of you who don't know me, I am Elfie. I am Acorn's neighbor here on Skyblock Kingdoms in the Mangrove Kingdom. So let me give you a quick overview here. And also, mods, can we get a shout out going for Acorn? If you're not following Acorn already, make sure to go do that, like, right now, or else. Tim, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, my dude. But yeah, we live here in the Mangrove Kingdom with Kitrix, and we have been pretty busy this season so far, building islands and buildings and whatnot. We've also got that big building in the shopping district. So yeah, we've been working hard. And we got bigger plans coming up here today. We got the cactus in place and have moved half of the redstone. So progress. That's awesome, Acorn. That was not a small task. So that's a lot of work in one day. Goose jump scare, dude McDude. How you doing? That is an awesome name, by the way. I love that name. But yeah, we're going to be live for quite some time, so feel free to stick around and hang out. If you got to go stretch or take care of yourself, totally get it. Acorn's been live for a while, and for those of you who've been in her chat the entire time, make sure to take care of yourself. And Acorn, if you got to raid and run, totally get it. If not, feel free to hang out with us. We're going to be live for a while, like I said. What are you up to today? We are going to be restocking the the wallet here. It's looking a little empty. It's looking very empty. I void wiped with all of my wood the other day. I was building in the shopping district. I had like 16 stacks of wood on me and whoop, straight into the void. Hey, Jinx, what's up, dude? So yeah, we're trying to restock, but I'm also realizing now that I have like no bone meal, which is a little bit of a problem. Oh, we got a little bit here. I may have to go bug and Nathra. Try and get a little bit more bone meal off of him. Yeah, exactly. We're growing money today. This is not money laundering, I swear. Have you made new birch elfies? Not birch. I only found one villager over at, or sorry, new birch elfies. I decided not to go with birch this time. We hit dark oak this time. We dropped the children on them. Waiting on pizza from Papa John's. Ooh, awesome. Dang, pizza sounds real good. I kind of want that. It's a money tree. Exactly. You get it. You get it. Let's pop over to Nether Kingdom and see if Nathra has any bone meal. Because, yeah, they have the bone meal farm, but I don't know when the last time it was run is. Hey, Jinx, thank you for the resub, dude. 4 months at tier 3. Or 2 months at tier 3. 4 months total. Appreciate it, my dude. Always appreciate the support. And enjoy your viewer server perks. By the way, we do also have a viewer server, so if you're looking for a Java or Bedrock server to play on, !SMP will give you the info. Yeah, exactly. Money doesn't grow on trees. Obviously, you haven't seen SBK. Is Nathra over here? I don't see an Nathra. I know he's online. I do not know where he is. After the poppin' yesterday's Viking stream, thought you might get him. Yeah, I thought about it, but I mean, I hit the birch doke joint villagers last time, so I figured I should get someone new. How old is this world? This world is a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. We haven't been going for very long. Yes, the viewer server is currently down for maintenance. Actually, it's not even really maintenance. It's more so the ISP messed up and disconnected the wrong internet line. So, yeah, we've got that reconnected. Ed just didn't have enough time to turn the actual server back on before work. He barely got the internet issue figured out. Oh, I hear Nathra. Hello?
Hello?
There you are. Oh, you're over there.
Yes, I am doing wood.
You know what? I've got to do the exact same thing. I am broke.
I was just talking to chat about how I want to get my automated tree farm going.
Yep. Very necessary in this kingdom.
It needs to happen, but I've also got to get a video out. Well, I'm trying to get a video out
next. That is true.
Weekly if I can. And I don't think the tree farm's going to cut it, so I'm doing villager trading hall instead.
Oh, okay.
Might not get the villagers in, but I've designed a trading hall.
Oh, cool.
That will be able to house 81 villagers.
Oh my. That's a lot of villagers. Is that going in the Nether Kingdom, or is that going over at the industrial area?
I'll actually show you where it's going. I've got the schematic ready to be filled out. I'm gathering the resources for it.
Sweet.
Do
you
so
need
this
anything
is the
from
build
Mangrove, or?
Not. I might need a little bit of glass, but I actually have to get some purple dye for that as well. But that's
well, you know, we got lots of that.
You've got the purple dye too?
We've got the stuff to make purple dye. We've got lots of roses from the iron farm, and we've got lapis. Yeah,
lapis. That's all I need. Yeah,
yep.
We've got.
So we're set.
We've got roses too. So yeah. So I've just started. This is going to lead out into a bridge into. The thing that's going to balance out the kind of like the main builds in the kingdom.
Okay.
Up at this level. Actually, I think it might be time to maybe retire this old cobblestone generator. I'll check with Fool.
Ah! Oh. He just spawned right in front of us.
Oh, no.
Georgie, thank you for the
please
sub.
Please like him.
No lichen.
No lichen. There's sugarcane. Blue orchids. I know you guys can get that. Contraband, aka cherry saplings, birch and jungle logs.
Wow, that is useless.
Yeah, it's up to you.
This guy sucks.
I kind of like.
You want to Spartan kick him into the void?
I really do want to check and see if these guys have got the like in trade somewhere, but we can. Yeah, we can. Go on. Bye.
Oops.
Bye. 3 leads.
Yeah, exactly. The best thing that comes out of these guys.
Oh, I got toilet roll as well. Awesome.
Here we go. I've got the valuable one here. Okay. But yeah, I came over here to see if you have any spare bone meal. If you're doing trees, you might not, but...
Let's check the moss farm, because I keep...
Oh. And Nather has a routine where he has to speak as a villager for a while. Perfect. All right, I grabbed a couple stacks. Thanks, Nather.
And time is up. Okay, I could talk again. Yeah. Yeah. I might throw this into the. Will I turn this onto composter mode? Maybe. Yeah, we're doing for moss. We're doing okay for moss. I can turn this into composter mode for a bit.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of moss here.
That and yeah, because I can leave this AFKing some composter stuff for a bit.
Sweet.
Because
and yeah, after stream, I can always AFK this for a little bit if you want.
Oh, do yeah.
I've got some editing to do tonight, anyways. So
where'd that hopper go? There's the hopper. Okay, cool. Just need to keep that safe. Yeah, you know the button.
Yep.
Yeah, all the
design.
bone meal will just the bone meal will just hang out in this dropper dispenser, and the hoppers underneath. So
sweet.
That's where it'll go.
Awesome.
Great. Enjoy the bone meal.
Thank you.
Oh, I've just gotten a whole bunch of channel point redemptions. Thanks, guys.
What all do you have to wear?
Enjoy your tree chopping.
Thanks, you too.
See you in a bit.
See it.
Let's see, guys. Okay, we can do it because you're worth it first. Because, well,
here we go. Let's head on back to the Mangrove Kingdom and start choppity chop. So the way that I usually harvest mangrove trees is I grow a huge clump. Not the kind of clump that the server is used to. Clump of mangrove trees, so even better. A huge clump of trees, and I just chop it all down at once, and I usually get like 6-ish, or somewhere between 4 and 6 stacks, depending on how densely clumped the trees are. Clump. I still think it sounds like the seagulls from Finding Nemo. Clump. Okay, let's do that. Boom. Mine. Alrighty. So yeah, we just do this and we grow a whole clump. The best kind of clump. because it's not regulated by the bank. Ten out of 10 impression. Yeah, I know. I pride myself in my seagull impressions. But yeah, I usually grow about like 16-ish. I'm telling Milkman about this negative talk of the bank. I mean, I tried to hire a security guard for him and he fired him on like day 2. Just because he was a little temperamental and was scaring away the customers. Such a complainer. He asked for help at the bank and I found him help. By the way, that bit's going to be in the next video as well. Sounds like a really good security guard. Exactly, he kept everyone away. Isn't that what being a security guard is all about? Upgraded the path and added a lot. Want to see? Yeah, sure. If you throw a screenshot in the Discord, then I can take a look. All right. How big is this tree clump? Yeah. So I grow what basically looks like a giant mangrove tree, and then I chop it down. Because, yeah, that's basically what it looks like. It's just one mangrove tree. Okay, we may need to repair this a little bit first. Big tree. Yep. Let's hope that there's a little bit of iron in the iron farm. I may have to bother Fool to bring over some iron from their iron farm because most of the iron that's been used has been iron from mine, and because of it, I don't have a whole lot of iron anymore. Okay, we're at least a little stocked up right now. And then let's just... Sent in the MC screenshots. Awesome. Let me just get to a little bit safer ground and I will take a quick look here. Your iron farm is so bad, get a better one. Honestly, it's not bad for something I built on day 2. And it's been keeping up as well. Let's see. Screenshots. Yeah, that looks great. Yeah, I really like that path. That'll look really nice in your world. And you're not spamming at all. I asked you to send the screenshots there, so you are A-okay. I know you are, but what am I? Wow. Do better, I'm disappointed. Okay. Let's see ya, acorn. Let's grab some emeralds. And we will see how much that repairs our hoe. At some point, we really should think about an auto tree chopper as well. But that's probably a mid to late season sort of thing. Wish farming against it. Yep. Good old fish gaming. Didn't expect myself to be able to texture and design, but apparently I can. Yeah, you did a really good job too. I very much like it. Hey, derps. Creeper. Oh, man. Love the music. So chill, making me sleepy. You suck. So much. Designing buildings is not my thing. Fair enough. What are these two supposed to be? So the first one is a bit monster. So the bit monster, it's been a thing for a while. People on my channel like to spam me with individual bits and take up the notification feed for like 20 minutes. So that's what that is. Burke, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate it, dude. And the second one is a Chaos Gremlin because you guys are all Chaos Gremlins. Alright, we are all repaired up. Let's go choppity chop. But yeah, I'll probably do a bunch of off-camera chopping for trees as well, because I really do need to replenish my stock. This is the lowest I've been on mangrove wood all season, including the beginning of the season. And my next build on Skyblock Kingdom, so episode 4, I've already decided what we're going to do. We're going to build a mini bank over here. We're going to build the mangrove bank. It's not going to be like the clump bank where everyone can use it. It's just going to be for me and Kit, and it's going to have a vault where we keep all of our mangrove wood. Because, I mean, that's the currency here. See you, Pinked. Have a good night. Look at this guy. Shows up for 30 minutes of stream and thinks his job is done. Amateur. I should slash his pay, shouldn't I? What do you think, chat? Should I slash Pink's pay? PD, does that stick? Well, we actually have someone in the community named PD, so that's going to get confusing. You should maybe get child support ready before Avid comes on, just in case. Oh, trust me, I've got child support ready. I've got an entire chest of child support. It's looking a little bleak right now. I've been using it and not gathering it, but trust me, it'll take me no time at all to gather more. It naturally generates in my island. Anything I should try and build? Oh, I should slash Pink's pay? All right, Pinked. You're taking a pay cut of, let's say, 1.36. Yeah, 1.36 times. Yep. That's going to be Pink's pay cut there. Hey, Kit. How you doing? I've never played a Forever World until seeing your series. Now I'm decorating like crazy. Hey, that's what I like to hear. I'm glad you're having fun with the Forever World concept. I'm actually really excited for my next Forever World episode. I've decided what I'm going to do. We're going to be starting a new area on the Forever World. Hi everyone. A little tired, didn't sleep much last night. What are you working on today? We are having a chill stream on Skyblock Kingdoms, gathering some wood because we are very, very broke. I wiped with a whole bunch of wood in my inventory, and now we basically have none. Just started making custom trees, so out of my comfort zone. That is fair. Honestly, custom trees are not something that I'm great with either. I've been working on trying to get better, but they're a difficult thing because there's so many tree variants out there, right? And for every tree variant, there's a whole bunch of variants inside that as well. So it's a hard thing to get down packed, but they're very satisfying when you get a tree that you really like. Like, I'm happy with how my mangrove trees turned out on this island. And actually, I do have a tree to build tonight on this world as well. It's the final bit of my my episode 3. I'm gonna head out for a bit. Getting late. Fair enough, Sydney. Have a good night. we will see you again next time. We'll be on the viewer server on Friday. That is the next stream for us. But yeah, I'll be finishing up the Skyblock Kingdoms video tonight, and then I'll be starting on the Forever World. And yeah, depending on how production on the Forever World video goes, we'll either have a double feature weekend where you get a video for Skyblock Kingdoms on Saturday and Forever World on Sunday, or if it's taking a bit longer for the Forever World video, then we'll release the Skyblock Kingdoms video on Sunday, and then we'll be back on our regular schedule of Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Can you believe that all this has gotten us so far is a stack and a half of wood? Oh, someone slept. Thank you, whoever that was. It's so slow to collect mangrove wood, but it's one of the nicest looking woods in the game, in my opinion. I've always thought that since it was introduced. It's just so hard to collect, so it's so hard to build with. To get any meaningful amounts of mangrove wood, you either have to have a tree farm, which are hard to build for mangrove trees because they're so wonky, or you have to spend hours upon hours chopping. And that's what kind of sucks for us in the shopping district this season is one of the kind of unspoken rules that we have this season is that when we're shopping, we don't use wood from tree farms. So basically, I have to spend a whole whack of time chopping trees in order to buy anything from the shopping district, which definitely sucks for our kingdom because, like, if you look at a kingdom like Spruce, for example, they spend an hour chopping trees and they will have a full double chest of spruce wood. Tons of money. Whereas for us to get that, we'd probably have to spend like 24 hours chopping. Or at least several hours. I think the longest I did was a 3-hour chopping session, and it got me about half a chest. Or half a double chest, I should say. It was rough. You can make Among Us with mangrove. That is true, but Kit already made a stone one in the shopping district, so that's covered. Unless she plans on making a second one, which, honestly, with it being Kit, I would not be entirely surprised. Your chill streams are so cozy, though, so I see this bit as a win. Thank you so much, Luna, and thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. That is kind of the goal with my channel, is to have more chill streams, because, I mean, obviously we like having our chaos every now and then, and getting up to shenanigans with our friends, but most of our streams are more on the chill side, because if you look at my stream schedule, Kit Among Us and Elf Among Us, exactly. If you look at our stream schedule, then hey, Misty, welcome in. It's been a while. How you doing? Thank you for the raid. What were you up to today? Welcome in, raiders and mods. Can we get a shout out for Misty? And yeah, feel free to let us know what you were doing in the chat today. But yeah, as I was saying, if you look at our schedule, then we've got our Forever World on Monday. So that's more of a chill stream because we're just doing stuff on our own, really. It's a single player world. Then we've got Wednesday on Skyblock Kingdoms. That can be a little more chaotic because, you know, people on here on Chaos Gremlins as well. And then viewer server on Friday. And that's usually more of a chill stream where I'm just building with you guys. Dead by Daylight. Ooh, nice. Believe it or not, I've never played Dead by Daylight. I've seen lots of people play it, but I've never played it myself. It looks fun, though. Actually, I think I even have it. I've just never played it. Did I see a samurai building? Pagoda. Yep. That is what Kit's been working on. I helped her out with a lot of the resource gathering, and I built the kind of the top part of it because she was just running out of time. But yeah, that's Kit's build. It's nice, pretty fun with friends. Was playing with a couple of my friends today. Gonna pop out, have a good stream. Sounds good, Missy. thank you again for the raid, and have a good night. But yeah, that'll probably be in Kit's next video, which I know she is working on, but she's been pretty busy lately. I have no idea what you're talking about, Ghost. If you see her today, could you tell her she did a great job? Yeah, for sure. She's usually not on a whole lot during the week. It's more so on the weekends that I usually see her, but next time I see her, I'll definitely let her know. Hydrate, thank you, fan. Me neither half the time. Fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, you'll soon see why I need to dedicate streams to chopping wood. Because how much do we think we got out of this monstrosity clump of trees here? I think it was on the lower side, honestly. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Mangrove maxing? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, a lot of our streams on Skyblock Kingdoms usually wind up being resource gathering, but that's just because Skyblock is inherently a very grindy game mode, where probably about 80% of the time that is what you're doing, is you're collecting resources because you have to find the most obscure ways to get resources. Like those 2 double chests of terracotta that I got from my last build. That took me about 2.5 days to get. Alright, so out of that big clump of trees, we got almost 4 stacks of wood. Pulling a Leon. Also, why is there a crown with a number 1 next to my name? Because you've sent the most chats in the YouTube side of things. It's a new feature of YouTube chat. What version of Minecraft is the viewer SMP? It is 1.21.1, I think, or 1.21. But we have VIA version, so anything up to 1.21.5 will work. We are looking at upgrading to 1.21.7 soon. We're just waiting on the last of the plugins to update. I think there's 1 plugin we're waiting on right now. The rest of them are good to go. But yeah, once that happens, I'll schedule some downtime and we will update the server. I may just update VIA version soon, because if I update VIA version, then you can join with .7 and .8 and all of those. It just won't run on the mechanics. But yeah, the current version of VIA version that we have goes up to .5. But yeah, I have to schedule some downtime for the server so that I can update it. Because the way that we do it to avoid lag for you guys is I pre-generate all of the chunks. So what I'll end up having to do is I'll have to take the server offline. I'll have to download the world. I'll have to prune all the chunks that you guys aren't using. And then I'll have to regenerate the world so that we get all of the new stuff. Well, with that, I'm going to head out. Good night or good day. See you on Friday, I guess, on the viewer server stream. Bye-bye. Good luck on stream. Thank you, Sydney. Have a good night. We will see you on Friday. Does it run Geyser? Yes, it does run Geyser. Yes, it does. Yeah, we added Geyser right at the beginning of the server because we knew that it was kind of like a 50-50 split of people who played Java and Bedrock. Especially since, you know, in general, Minecraft is a bit of a younger community, so a lot of people may not have, like, a good computer and may have it on mobile or something like that. So, yeah, pretty much any version of Minecraft except for Legacy Edition can join on Geyser. Do you know why my FPS drops when I load Discord while playing Minecraft? It's probably a RAM issue if you're having issues loading multiple things at once. Do you know how much how much RAM your computer has? I think you've inspired me to start my own survival world. That's awesome. I wish you luck with it. I know a lot of people struggle with playing single player, but when you have like a good set of plans for builds and stuff like that, it's actually not bad. I quite enjoy my my forever world and my hardcore world and all those. 16 gigs. Okay, you shouldn't have problems. Is it an older computer or a laptop, or what are you working with? Run smooth for me. I'm on Bedrock. Yeah, I feel like it's more dependent on the computer. Because yeah, if it's an older computer or if you're running on a laptop or whatever it may be, it may impact your performance. Yeah, that's a pretty good clump of trees there. That'll be our next order of business. Chop this down. Who wants to field a guess? How much wood will we get from this big clump? There we go. I run 64 gigs of RAM. There's still going to be lag? Really? Interesting. Yeah, I only have 32 on my computer, but I've never had a lag issue. It could also just be, you know, Minecraft being Minecraft. Are you running Java or Bedrock? Because if you're running Java, I know that there's some inherent performance issues with that. 1.75 stacks. Oh, I hope you're wrong. I really hope you're wrong. I want way more than that. I mean, there's a possibility you're right, but I hope you're not. But yeah, so with Java, it's always good to run like Sodium or Optifine or one of those performance enhancing mods. Older PC, but like a month ago, it was okay. I mean, I bought a CPU and I'm getting more things. Okay, you're playing Java? Okay, in that case, make sure you're running Sodium or Optifine because that really does make a big difference in your performance. And if that's still not helping, then make sure you turn down some of your graphic settings as well. You know, turn fancy trees off, turn down your render distance, all that kind of stuff. Toggle your VSync. I know it sucks to have to turn down your graphics, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to be able to play the game, right? Or, I mean, you could always run Discord on your phone too. That's always an option. It's not a great option, but it's an option. I've made no modifications to the settings. Okay, then yeah. Modifying your settings could definitely help with the performance. Because yeah, out of the box, Java Minecraft does not run well. That was one of the improvements that they made with Bedrock. But as a game, I much prefer Java. Toggle VSync off. It really depends on the computer. If it's lagging for you, try turning VSync on or off, whatever it's not right now, and see if it performs a little bit better. Because some graphics cards tend to perform better with VSync, and some tend to perform better without VSync. That's why a lot of games offer the toggle ability. Like, I think, if memory serves, I play with it off. Yeah, I play with it off. Tried Minecraft with 64 gigs allocated, ran worse than 32 for me. That's probably because you maxed out your CPU usage on the game alone. Because don't forget, you have to also account for your operating system, all of your background applications, all that kind of stuff. So if you're throwing all of your RAM at your game, you're leaving nothing else for your computer. And that is the other thing, is check how much RAM you're actually running the game with. So if you press F3, okay, this is a bad example because I have better F3, but with the regular F3 menu, in the corner up here as well, it'll tell you memory usage. And for example, I'm running the game with 10 gigs of RAM here. So by default, it runs with 2 gigs. So if you're going with out-of-the-box Minecraft, you're only running with 2 gigs of RAM. So make sure to adjust that in your settings. I think you'll get more saplings than logs. Oh, I hope you're wrong as well. The nice thing about my tree type is as long as I have some of the leaves, I will never run out of saplings, because you can actually you can farm mangrove propagules. If you hit a leaf with bone meal on the underside, it'll actually grow a propagule. So I can make a sapling farm if I wanted to. So yeah, as long as I keep a few leaves on hand, I'm at 0 risk of losing my sapling. But yeah, for those of you who have never touched your settings, make sure you check how much RAM you're actually running the game with. Because yeah, the 2 gigs that it comes with out of the box is not enough. Actually, I was having issues with that because when I updated to 1.21.7 for Skyblock Kingdoms here, I forgot to adjust the allocated RAM. So I was running on 2 gigs of RAM. And I found that every time I came back from the nether, my game would start stuttering, and I had no idea why until I looked at the RAM usage, and I was like, oh, it's back to 2 gigs. So yeah, making new instances does reset your RAM. And every time you make a new version of Fabric, that's a new instance, so you've got to make sure to readjust your RAM again. I hate chopping mangrove. It's easy high priority for me. Yeah. Yeah, chopping mangrove does suck, but like I said, it's one of the nicest looking wood types in the game, so at least there's a bit of a payoff. But in all honesty, right now I'm not even chopping it down for a build. Like, it'll probably end up getting used for a build at some point. But I'm chopping it down so that I actually have some money on the server, because on Skyblock Kingdoms, your wood type is your currency. So in the shopping district, you need logs to buy stuff. And right now, I have no money. Make a farm for it as soon as I can. So that's the thing with the farms. That's a good idea in terms of the building aspect of it, but we have kind of an unspoken rule on the server that in terms of currency, so buying stuff in the shopping district, we're not going to use any tree farmed logs. It's all going to be manual harvest. So I do have to work a little harder for my money than everyone else, but it is what it is. We'll have some chill streams, we'll chop down some wood, and it'll all be good. And also, it's a nice thing to do while just like watching a movie in the background. I've done that before. That was my my 3-hour session of chopping mangrove that I did earlier in the season. Was I just put on a movie, I watched that, and I chopped down mangrove wood for like 2.5 hours. But yeah, we will definitely be making a mangrove tree farm at some point for the building part of things. Because it would be nice if I could just use all of my manually harvested mangrove wood for money, rather than having to also use it for my builds. Realms stay up to date, so my realm is 1.21.8, but no copper golems yet. Java realm? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think the copper golems are coming in the next drop, right? So in .9, I guess. Man, I really dislike the new naming convention. Bug fixes, no golems. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm watching the stream while chopping wood. 2 monitors is perfect. Yes, I do the same thing. So during the day while I'm working, because I work from home for the most part, I will have 1 monitor open with whoever's streaming on Skyblock Kingdoms. Usually during the day it's someone like Acorn, or I'll have Tanisha up, or one of my friends. Be watching them play Minecraft, and then on my other screen I have my work stuff. Where do we find the public server? So yeah, Nafan just posted it there, !SMP. You gotta join the Discord server and then assign yourself the role to unlock the channels where you get the whitelist information. Currently, it is down because of an ISP issue. The internet service provider kind of, messed with our internet over the last few days. So we're getting that fixed right now, although the server should be up within the next couple hours here, if it's not already. Is this not your main gig? What do you do for work? I am a computer programmer, so I work as an application developer right now. Unfortunately, my contract is coming to an end soon, so this may turn into my main gig for a little bit while I'm looking for a new job, because the market is extremely oversaturated in my field right now, so it's hard to even get an interview with the amount of experience that I have, because I only just graduated at the beginning of this year, so I still have less than a year of experience under my belt. So it may be hard for me to find a new job. So this might wind up being my main gig for a little bit while I'm applying for jobs and whatnot. But the goal is, find another full-time job. Yeah, it would be cool if this ever, became a viable full-time gig, but I don't expect it. I do this as a hobby. I make content because I enjoy it, not to make money. I hit join the server and I'm not sure where to go from here. So after you hit join the server, it opens up a new section of the Discord if you scroll down, called the King's Court. And then there's going to be a channel called server info. If you scroll up to the top of that, it has the server IP as well as the whitelist information. So right now you're not going to be able to go any further than that because the server is down at the moment for maintenance. But yeah, essentially you would go through those instructions to whitelist yourself. Let me just double check to see if the panel's back up. Helps if I spell it properly. No, it's still offline, so they're still working on the maintenance part of things. But yeah, hopefully within the next couple hours here, we'll be back online for the server. I do apologize for the downtime. What happened was our server host got a new ISP recently, but the new ISP used the same fiber lines as the old one, so they left those in. But the old ISP came by and removed their fiber line because they thought, oh, well, they're not using it anymore. They canceled our service, not realizing, hey, this line is still active and being used. So there was no internet for a while at our server host. They came by and fixed that this morning, but yeah, they basically fixed it just in time for Ed to head to work. So he didn't have enough time to reboot everything and, make sure everything was working properly before he had to head into the office. So after he's done with everything today, he's going to turn the server back on, make sure we're all good to go, and then I will give the green light to rejoin. That's the down low of what's happening with the server right now. Unfortunately, it's nothing we could avoid. It was just the old ISP being a jerk. Would you want to become full-time thing, or do you think you'd burn out? I think if I was only doing this full-time, I wouldn't burn out. But doing this full-time and a full-time job, yeah, I think I'd hit burnout. In fact, there are even times where I start to feel the burnout, like right now, because I'm kind of doing a full-time job and somewhat full-time YouTube. It's kind of like having 2 full-time jobs. So it does get a little much at times, but that's when I step back a little bit. So for example, this week I was under the weather, and I knew if I pushed myself too much, then I would hit that burnout stage. And I probably wouldn't get well very quick. So I took a little bit of time off. I didn't grind that much in terms of videos this week, and yeah, we're working on catch up right now. Sense, hey, I haven't seen you around in a while. How you doing? Is the server also Skyblock? No, it's a regular Minecraft server. Nightwolf, how you doing? Yeah, it's just a survival server. But we have a good time on it nonetheless. Yeah, we'll do something like that. All right, we're up to almost 9 stacks of wood. Yay. Woo! Woo! Okay. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. When you feel that and back off, what hobbies do you do? Golf, tennis, hikes? I usually still stick to gaming. It's just I'm not, actively creating content. So I'll still actually be playing Minecraft, but I'm not working on recording. I'm not working on editing. I'm just kind of playing the game at that point. Hang out with my friends, do stuff with my girlfriend, all that kind of stuff. Need to repair up a little bit. I do also have my axolotls to take care of too. So I do stuff with their tank. I clean that out, take care of their babies, all that kind of stuff. So I've got lots of stuff to keep me occupied. Sounds lame. Sure. Wait a minute. Has that always been like that? Apparently there's one at my base too. The SMP is not up yet. No, I just checked. We're basically waiting on Ed to be free to turn on the actual server hardware itself. Because yeah, the internet is fixed. The hardware is just not online yet. He didn't have enough time to do that before work this morning. But yeah, before the end of the night, it'll be back online. But yeah, the next Skyblock Kingdoms episode, there's a lot of really funny bits in it. I've actually had to keep some of the bits that I wanted to have in it in reserve for episode 4. My walls! Don't worry, I'll be back online. How do you get into having axolotls? So actually my aunt has a bunch of axolotls, and her axolotls started having babies, so she asked me, hey, do you want an axolotl? Do you know what these things are? And of course, you know, being a Minecraft player, I knew exactly what an axolotl was, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Because I've had a lot of fish in the past, and I really enjoyed having fish tanks and whatnot, but I've been moving a lot the last few years, so you know, I didn't start up a new fish tank or anything like that. But when my aunt asked me, hey, do you want an axolotl? I was like, you know what? That sounds fun. Yeah, let's do an axolotl this time instead of fish. So I got my 2 axolotls, and then I found out the hard way that I got a male and a female. So I've got babies of my own now. So yeah, they're about at the age now where I can start to look for new homes for them. They're big enough. They're off the live food. They're onto the pellets, or at least the first batch of them are. I love Skyblock and 1 block, so I'm just gonna stay on my Skyblock single player and maybe check out the SMP. Yeah, sounds good. There's no pressure to play. It's there if you'd like it. It is what I'm calling a forever server because it's been running for 2 years now and we have zero intention of resetting it. At this point, the only thing that I can see that would reset the server is like massive corruption on a scale that is just unfixable. But we take regular backups. Actually, the backups are all automated, so unless we had corruption that we didn't notice for like a couple weeks on end, it shouldn't be anything that we can't, you know, back up and restore. So the intention is to have this server going for as long as possible. That way, you know, if you guys want to take on massive builds or projects or anything like that, you're not limited to, you know, just a couple months of a season to do your build. You can build for a few months or a few weeks, take a break for 5-6 months if you want, come back to it, and your build is still there. You get to see Superman or Fantastic Four. I've not seen Superman, but I have seen Fantastic Four. I'm not much of a DC fan, to be perfectly honest. But I did see Fantastic Four over the weekend, and it was really good. I very much enjoyed it. So no resets for new Minecraft updates. Nope, we just update the server. We've got to wait for our plugins to update and everything, of course, but yeah, what version did we even start this server on? I want to say this server's been running since 1.19 or something like that, and we've just updated it through each version. And what I do is I prune the chunks that have not been used for more than 2 minutes. And then I regenerate those chunks so that we get the new terrain and whatnot. Because we have a really big world border. We've got 15k in each direction. Hey, Emmy, how's it going? Thank you for the resub. Appreciate it very much. Imagine spending money on this doofus. Thanks. And Ward's Live, thank you for the raid. How you doing today? What were you up to? Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. What were you up to on stream today? And mods, can we get a shout out going? But yeah, Ward, let us know what you were up to on stream today. We are currently on Skyblock Kingdoms. We are part of the Mangrove Kingdom, and we are just working on chopping down some trees. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. If the viewers don't know what was going on stream. Although, to be fair, I've definitely had those streams before. Doing good. We just started a new modded survival. How are you? Ooh, that sounds like a bunch of fun. What mods are you using? We're just working on chopping down trees here in the Mangrove Kingdom. So this is Skyblock Kingdoms, the first Skyblock English-speaking SMP. And yeah, we are part of the Mangrove Kingdom. Like I said, each kingdom has a different wood type. So our neighbor over there is Acacia, and then on the other side we have the Nether Kingdom. And yeah, we're just working on basically growing money because the currency on this server is whatever log type is proprietary to our kingdom. Joined right as the ended stream. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Welcome people from a far realm. Nether Kingdom looks cool. Yeah, the Nether Kingdom is really cool. They've been doing a lot of stuff with mushrooms this season. I was actually in the Nether Kingdom last season, and I understand their struggle. They have a very hard wood type to work with because it's just a pain to harvest. And Pyramid, I think is how I say your name. Thank you for the follow. If I butchered your name, I apologize, and please let me know how I say it properly. It's just All the Mods 10. It was amazing so far. Would love to get into something like this. Ooh, All the Mods 10, and really all the mods in general, is a lot of fun. I've played pretty much every iteration of it, including 10 actually. I did a playthrough with some of the people from Skyblock Kingdoms recently. So yeah, I hope you enjoy All the Mods 10. It's a lot of fun, especially once you start getting into like the late game. It gets really interesting. Those bosses are hard to beat. Do you have a plan for a wood farm? Yes and no. I'll touch on that in a sec here. Warped and Crimson, right? Correct. Yeah, they have both wood types over there. Just Phoebe? Okay, sounds good. I will probably forget that at some point, so please do not feel shy to remind me. But yeah, in terms of a wood farm, we have kind of an unspoken rule on the server because our wood type is our currency, and it seems kind of weird to be able to print your money. So we're allowed to have wood farms, but just for building purposes. In terms of our actual money that we use on the server, it all has to be manually harvested. Which definitely sucks for people like myself and the Nether Kingdom who have difficult trees to harvest, and is great for people like the Spruce Kingdom and the Dark Oak Kingdom with really easy trees to harvest, but you know, we make it work. That's what these chill streams are for. We just hang out, we talk, and we harvest some money. Loved All the Mods 9 and 8. Looking forward to completing this iteration too. Is this an SMP? Yeah, so this is actually a SMP, and we have a host on the server. So Avid actually, Avid MC, he hosts the server and is part of the Dark Oak Kingdom. And yeah, we have 22 creators on here, each paired off into different islands on 11 kingdoms. If you're curious about the SMP, do !SBK, and it'll give you the links to all of the creators on this server, including the community Discord that we have. Is it different for different currencies? No, it's just generally like logs. So having a more difficult to harvest log doesn't make your log any more or less valuable. Does manual mean you can't place TNT? If I were to place the TNT and light it, like if I were making a bunch of TNT, that would be fine. But if it's like a TNT duper farm, then yeah, that's considered printing money. Thank you for the lurk. But yeah, all the mods 8 was a lot of fun. I don't think I did all the mods 9 now that I think about it. I really like some of the earlier versions of all the mods because some of the mods that are no longer available in Minecraft were just pure gold. And it's really unfortunate that they didn't get continued, but I mean, everything's got a lifespan, right? Like, I really miss Tinker's Construct. That was an awesome mod. but I think they discontinued that after whatever version all the mods 7 or 8 was. Birch trees are fun to chop. Yeah, the Birch Kingdom has chests of wood because Vintage generally just, when she streams, she talks to chat and she chops wood. That's kind of her thing. Looks like a lot of fun. Definitely will have to take a look at this. When I get to a point where I have a big enough community, I'll definitely need to look into joining communities like this. Well, you're always welcome to join the community server, and yeah. Being active in the community server, you know, gives us people to look at for the future as well. We don't do recruiting often. We only do it between seasons, but you know, be an active member of the community, and maybe we will be we'll be looking your way for a new season. Because we don't really look for size of channel. We more look for who would be a good mesh with our community. I used to just plant a 3x3 of 2x2 spruce and place a dropper filled with TNT above with a target block, and Elytra helps though. That is fair, yeah. We haven't gone to the end yet on this server. We've been actively avoiding it because we want to work on, you know, developing our road systems and whatnot. There's not a lot on this side of the server, if I'm being honest. But yeah, we've got the Doker Way path going to spawn and whatnot. Appreciate the info. Yeah, no problem, dude. And it is just like a really fun community in general. The Skyblock Kingdoms community is great. With the Skyblock Kingdoms community's help, we actually just recently raised nearly $3,000 for a charity over our charity weekend that we did not last weekend, but the weekend before. Heading to work, remodeling a grocery store, and I'm the foreman for the electricians. Don't want to go, but I have to go, so have a good stream. See you next time. Sounds good, Aaron. Have a good day at work, and yeah, we'll see you on Friday, hopefully. Yeah, I've done a few store remodels in my day as well. I used to work for an electronics company, and I did a lot of store remodels for them within the company. I did a lot of the stores in my city. And I also used to briefly work for a company that did remodels for stores like Walmart and all that kind of stuff. But I wound up getting injured on the job, and then I got my well, actually my current job, just on a different contract after that, so I quit pretty quick. I only wound up there for like a month and a half or something like that before I got injured. But that's because they were just, you know, jerks. They knew that I had a bad knee and that I was having a flare-up that day, but they sent me up a ladder anyways. And it did not end well for me. How much materials get wasted during those remodels? It depends on what the store is looking to do. Honestly, it's usually a lot of stuff that gets thrown out because it's cheaper for a store or a company to just toss everything into a bin and have those people take it away than it is to, you know, store it and reuse it somewhere else. So yeah, in general, a lot of stuff gets thrown out. Like, I remember one of the remodels we did, it took me about 3 months to do, and we got like a huge dump bin every night essentially, and we would fill it before the end of the night. So yeah, there's a lot of waste, but Also, with those bins, a lot of the times they go to a junkyard, and a lot of stuff winds up getting repurposed there or broken down for scrap metal or whatever. So I don't know how much of it actually ends up as waste, but from our perspective, it's all garbage, essentially. Have to go to work for a while, but I'll be keeping the stream open and lurking to show support. Have a lovely stream. Thank you so much, Ward. And once again, thank you for the raid, too. My community, if you're not following already, make sure to go drop a follow on Ward's lives. And, yeah, check out their adventure through all the mods. I lied. I don't have to leave yet. Putting on my boots and still listening. These guys waste so much. Stores still operating, and you're exactly right. It's cheaper to just get rid of it. Yeah. Yeah, it was the same way for all my my renos that I did. The stores were always still operating because obviously, like, they can't shut down for weeks or months so that we can do the renovations. They've still got to keep making money to, you know, stay a viable store and, you know, justify the renovations and whatnot. So you're always working around people. Most of the time we did our work overnight so that we didn't have to work around customers, but there were definitely times where we had to do work during the day, so we were working around customers as well. So we were trying not to run them over at the same time. Because, let me tell you, customers, they do not care what you're doing. They will run in front of a forklift or a pallet jack or anything like that and just be like, oh, I didn't see you there. It's like, what do you mean you didn't see me there? I've got a pallet jack with a pallet that's like 6 or 7 meters or 6 or 7 feet tall. Yep, I'm third shift. Leaving now. Take care. Have a good one, Aaron. Yeah, I've lost track of how many customers have almost run over like that. And they will always say, oh, well, you should watch where you're going. It's like, I was watching where I was going. You walked in front of me. The only reason you didn't get run over is because I was watching where I was going. There we go. Another successful chop. There was a gas station renovating down the street last year, and they had a ton of 2x4s hanging out of the dumpster. I wanted to grab them, but I didn't want to because a scene. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, some places it's actually illegal to take stuff out of the dump bins, but, you know, half the time no one listens to that. Quack. Quack. Actually, there was one time I was doing renovations at my store, and I was launching stuff into the dump bin. It was like 4 in the morning, so I wasn't thinking too much about it. But I launched a old display unit into the dump bin. This thing was heavy. And I heard, hey! And I was like, what the? And I looked a little closer, and there was someone in the dump bin just rummaging through all the electronics that we had thrown out. I was like, what are you doing in there? He's like, what do you mean, what am I doing in here? What are you doing throwing stuff at me? It's a dump bin. Of course I'm throwing stuff in there. I work here. And he yelled at me for a minute. I was like, wait, why am I letting this guy yell at me? He's in our dump bin. That's illegal. was like, get out of there. But yeah, it didn't dawn on me until like probably about 15-20 seconds into this. I was like, wait a minute, why am I letting this guy yell at me? I'm doing my job. Alright, let's head back over to the Nether Kingdom and see if we can't nab a little bit more bone meal. Uh-oh, my headphones just died. Time to plug in. But yeah, I've got a bunch of crazy stories from that store. I worked there for 8 years. From when I was 15 until I was like 23. Frogs are so hard to make in Minecraft. They're a bit of a pain, but once you get a handle on it, it's not too bad. Okay, there's a single stack of bone meal in here. That's not gonna work out. Let's check out the mob farm. That may be a little bit better, assuming it's not full. If it is full and there's just no more bone meal left to be had, then we may be pivoting. Wow, okay, this is probably not right. Ow! Thorns! Okay, there was a little bit of a build-up there. Garbage, 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 garbage. Hey, we got some bones from that. I wonder if there's any more bones in there. There's a couple more. The ones with armor tend to survive the fall. Okay, we may have to do a little bit of work over here at some point. I'm not gonna touch the bone blocks. Someone probably made those. Yeah, lots of XP. Hey, Leaf Cloud, how's it going? What are we up to? We are harvesting wood because, well, at the beginning of the stream we had none of it. I wiped with all of it during the weekend. They're gambling again? Yeah, that sounds right. Pumpkin Spice, how's it going? It's a mushroom. Yes, yes it is. But yeah, we're just working on harvesting some wood. We're having a chill stream. And we've managed to gather a good amount of mangrove wood so far. So we had none at the beginning of this stream, and now we're almost up to 2 rows. That's pretty good. Was that when you paid child support to Vintage the other day? No, it was actually before that. Meow meow. How's it going, Nightwolf? Or was it after that? I paid a lot of child support to Vintage. By the way, they no longer have the children. They cured the children. They're no longer elfies. But we passed off the children to Dark Oak, so they'll be getting child support payments from now on. Maybe we'll deliver our first payment tonight. Oh, that would be really funny if he didn't know that the villagers are elfified. And I just drop off child support for him, and he's like, "Oh no." You know what? That's gonna be good. I I'm pretty sure Abbott is streaming tonight, so we can definitely do that. That's gonna be good. Because yeah, all of their villagers in the orb are now elfies. There we go. Let's grow another big clump of trees. What are they doing? Did y'all's streams go down? Nope. Uh-oh. Vikings having problems. Hold up. Holding up. Oh, Viking. The poor dude, he just got new internet too. Gonna go see what's up with ye old Viking. Clump, clump, clump. I actually have my first bit of clump. I have never once collected clump before. And I just got my first 6. I was actually online while the bank was open. It was the first time ever. So that'll be going in our vault once we build it. That's gonna be episode 4. Is the Mangrove vault. Whoops. Hold up one sec. Gotta sneeze. Hooray for allergies or cold or I don't even know what it is at this point. Probably a bit of both, honestly. Seems to be fine. Well, hopefully it was just a little blip on his end then. Does happen sometimes. Could be the streaming software as well. I know he uses Meld, which isn't exactly the most stable thing in the world. I know Marm was having issues with it all weekend. Hope the crashes don't start acting up again. Yeah. No. He's finally off of his old ISP, so hopefully he'll be good. Okay, this is a big clump of trees here. How's this looking? Yep. That's a mangrove monstrosity right there. Let's see how this harvest goes. This will probably be the last harvest of the stream, because I don't think we'll have enough time to do another one. But we've managed to replenish our wallet here, which is really good. We were dead broke at the beginning of stream. A grand vault that is inside just a white room with an ender chest in the middle. I mean, that is a possibility. But I was thinking, so I have to build a island underneath the pagoda here, right? So I was thinking of building it into the island. So we'll have the island and stuff here, right? And I want to do a little bit of a cliff face coming up to like maybe here. And I was thinking of having a waterfall coming off of that cliff going down to a lower part down here where we'll have a little bit of a river. It's going to connect up to this island here as well. But I was thinking maybe in the side of the cliff somewhere we can have a vault entrance. So Happy Guest accessible maybe, or Elytra once we have them, with a little bridge, of course, from somewhere. And that'll be our mangrove vault. Still trying to decide how to do it, or if I want to go a different direction, make a separate island for it. and have an actual like bank on the top side, and then have the vault underneath in the island. Those are the two options that I'm kind of toying with right now for the vault. I do know that I have to put an island underneath the pagoda, so I'm probably going to start designing that within the next couple days here, because it'll take me a good like 2-3 days in the creative world to completely design the island. I already know that. And then I have to figure out my plan for the vault as well. But yeah, it's gonna be a big island, that's for sure. And then it's going to have room to expand out into different islands as well. Gonna lurk for now, off to play some modded Minecraft. Sounds good, Kit. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll probably be live for another like 15-ish minutes here until the 2-hour mark. But if I don't see you before then have a good one, and we'll see you on Friday, hopefully. Oh cool, someone's sleeping. Do you have a specific theme for your base? Sort of. So when it comes to the buildings, we're looking to go more like kind of Japanese style, like our pagoda here. But we want to mix that with kind of like an overgrown, ruined vibe. So a lot of the buildings that are built other than that are going to be in kind of a decrepit state. And they're going to be overtaken by nature on the island, essentially. So kind of like an overgrown, ruined Japanese style. Ooh, just barely caught that sneeze. But yeah, a lot of the buildings and stuff like that are probably going to be taken care of by Kit. And then I'll be working on more of like the natural landscaping sort of things. Because, yeah, Kit designed the building there, and I designed the island and all of the landscaping so far. We'll probably flip-flop a little bit, too. She'll take care of some of the landscaping. I'll take care of some of the buildings. But those are kind of our strong suits, so we're playing to those. Is there a jungle kingdom? Yep, all of the different wood types have a kingdom. So the jungle kingdom is Lagundo and Mig. Nicole, thank you for the follow. How you doing today? But yeah, every wood type that's currently in the game has a kingdom. Apocalypse Now theme. I do not know what that is. Thank you, Nafan. And yeah, if anyone hasn't joined the Discord already, there's the link. That's where we host our viewer server out of. That's where I post all my updates, all my live notifications. And Pi! What's up, Pi? How you doing? Farming mangrove, are we? Yes, we are. We are dead broke. So we're trying to replenish our stocks from our unfortunate wipe this weekend. I don't know if I told you or not, Pi, but when I was building the shop in the shopping district, I had about 16 stacks of wood on me, and I slipped and fell into the void. I failed an ender pearl. Nafan, can we get a shout out going for Pi? If you guys aren't following Pi, you really should. She's a lot of fun. She's part of the Bamboo Kingdom, which is one of our very close allies, part of Mangrove. So yeah, go follow Pi if you're not already. Yeah, it really sucked. And mangrove wood is not easy to collect, so it really hurt. Awesome. Thanks, Nathan. Actually building with bamboo right now. Awesome. Yeah, the Bamboo Kingdom is looking pretty cool. The bridge design that Pi in Nature came up with is really nice. I've got to really do something like that with my island. Right now, all we got is these derpy trog bridges that Kit's made, and it's a little rough. People don't really want to come visit on the trog bridges. Mangrove strong, yes, absolutely. I'm looking forward to doing a lot more stuff with Mangrove. By the way, Pi, the building in the shopping district is essentially done. So if you want to do anything with that, if you want to set up a shop in there, if you want to start working on interiors, feel free to. I'm still working on the episode. It should be done tonight. And I'm thinking of releasing it on either Saturday or Sunday, depending on how fast I can turn out a Forever World video. It'll either be a double feature weekend or it'll be a Skyblock Sunday. Pi, yes. By the way, Pi, have you considered making that VOD into a YouTube video? Because that would do very well, I think. That was hilarious. Finally sat down. I wasn't happy with the origin greenhouse design I made, so I'm working on a better one. Ooh, I'm looking forward to seeing that. So far, what you guys have on the island looks really good. So I'm confident that it'll look really awesome when it's done. And if you guys need any help grinding for resources, feel free to hit me up. The next few days on Skyblock Kingdoms, I'm not really going to be working on a whole lot, so if you need me to AFK anything or help you out with harvesting resources, that's totally cool. Gonna put some clips into the video I'm making. Good. Gonna expand upon the case and actually solve it. Best of luck. I've heard so many theories about who it is. It'll be interesting to see how that comes together. Oh, you're building an office? Awesome. Yeah, that video would go hard. Absolutely. Lurking while doing groceries at Costco. Appreciate it, Pumpkin Spice. Excited to see what that looks like. Agree. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some content by the Bamboo Kingdom. Because you and Nature are still working on your episode 1s, right? Wild cards when it comes to builds. I wanted to ask, actually, if I could tack on the office to the bottom of the market, almost like a building. Yeah, we could figure something out. If you've got a design in mind, send it my way and I'll find a way to integrate it into the market. Both been busy kicking into high gear. Awesome. Yeah, I built the market in a way that we can expand upwards or downwards if we need to. So tacking on another building shouldn't be too hard. I've just got to figure out like the actual positioning of the building essentially, so that it fits the spiral. Or if it's coming off another building, I've got to figure out how that works with the shape. But that's the nice thing about Minecraft is you can make pretty much anything work, so. If you got a plan, we'll make it work. Get a framework up for the office? Awesome. Yeah, honestly, even if you come up with a shape that you want, like it doesn't have to be a full design or anything like that, and then send it my way and I can at least figure out where it'll go and everything like that. You said you wanted it on the lower part of the market? So kind of going down from the general store, I guess. Hey, January, how's it going? We are chopping trees for anyone tuning in right now. Basically what we've been doing all stream because mangrove wood takes so long to collect. Be a little dingy and sketchy like me. So you're thinking kind of like a, sort of like a little back alley thing. That could be fun. I have ideas. For Pi, and Trogson. Yeah, we can definitely make that work. I can see it in my mind already. It's more so just figuring out how it works with the spiral. That's the hard part. Because, yeah, what I did for figuring out the shape of that building was I actually made 2 circles. And I sort of kept going up on an angle that kind of worked for the buildings in the circles, and then I just kind of smoothed things out as I went. And I don't remember the dimensions of the circle or where they were, so I'm gonna have to kind of recreate that on the creative world and figure out where to go from there. Time to eyeball it. I mean, we could always just eyeball it too. If we can find a good place for like a little growth for one of the buildings. Have you used AI to help you with anything Minecraft related? I have not. What I do use AI for sometimes is analyzing analytics on my channel. So I can tell, like, without having to crunch numbers myself or anything like that, what's doing well, what's not, what I should, you know, lean into more, all that kind of stuff. Just for crunching big numbers, essentially. JJ, thank you for the lurk. Hydrate. Thank you, thank you. Alright, how much wood are we thinking we got from this mangrove monstrosity? It was a big clump of trees, so I'm hoping it's on the higher side. Chaos Gremlin. It is very relaxing to just sit here and chop down trees, I will say. And especially since we're on an actual island now and not just a platform where most of the stuff falls off the edge, it's not too bad. All right, we got... Oh, that's actually a good haul. Bit over 6 stacks. There we go. We are starting to look good on the mangrove wood front again. We actually have some money. But yeah, I probably will work on a tree farm soon so that I can at least use those logs that I get from that for builds. And then I can focus on using this to, you know, pad my wallet. All right, let's toss our saplings in here. Boom. Nope. Sticks, right. So I actually didn't make this organization system. This actually came from my mod team when they were on here for Extra Life. They got tired of my disorganized chests and they were like, we know we're not supposed to touch this, but we had to for our own sanity. Yes, thank you, mod team. Exactly. They organized a few of my chests because they were just like, Elfie, you have a problem. Oh, you know what? For the last few minutes of stream, let's head over to the shopping district for anyone who hasn't seen the shop over there yet. So yeah, episode 3 is going to be focused on this shop over here, and then just a bunch of funny bits as well. There's one bit that I had to cut from the video. It'll go into episode 4 instead, and that was what me and Athra and Nuke did the other day with the bank contract. That was really good, but I'm already over 30 minutes for this episode, so I've still got to do some cuts to, you know, bring it down below 30. So yeah, I'm not going to get that bit in there, but yeah, here's the build that we worked on. Moo. Exactly. You know what it is. That was so funny. We had a good time with that. I'm really looking forward to putting that in a video. If I could find any way to cut down the video so that I could fit it in, I would, but 1 hour 30 minutes for the big star. But yeah, this is what the video mainly focuses on, is building this here. And we do actually have a shop inside the building now. And I do have one small build that I still have to do for the end of the video. So I have to cut down some stuff so that I can, you know, get that in without it being too long. I won't be surprised if it's a 30-minute video, but I don't want it to be much more than 30 minutes. I have a tree to build right here. It's a combination of mangrove, bamboo, and nether. But yeah, if we come up to the very top here, and we go to, not the first building, because this is the business building, but the second building. This right here is the Mangrove Market. So we've got frog lights of all, oh, we've made some sales. Of all varieties, 8 logs for 32. We've got mangrove roots, 4 logs for 64, because those are easy to get. Mangrove logs you got to contact me or Kit for. We got blue orchids, 8 for 16. And we have mud, 16 for 32. Because that is hard to get. Do we have ender pearls still? Yes, we do. Boom. Dang. Hi, Giffo. Jerk. That was pretty good. Yeah. Finish the frog. Hey. You troll. But yeah, that is our build for the next video here. So keep an eye out on the weekend for that. It'll either be on Saturday or Sunday. We are about done with our stream time here, so we're gonna find someone to raid into. You scared me off of Twitch, Giffo. All right, who have we got live? We've got Anathra and we have Viking. Is anyone in Anathra or Vikings chats? Do we know if either of them are ending anytime soon? I know they've both been going for a little while. If Anathra is going to be online for a little longer, then I'd rather raid into Anathra because he's got the lower view count, but if not, we will head over to Viking Pilots. Just ended, it looks like. Oh, okay. Acorn's back. I think Viking is having internet issues, unfortunately. Not for Anathra. Yeah, cut at one point. Yeah, I think that is correct. Oh, Avid's online. You know, Avid's probably setting up stream. We could also just wait and then raid into Avid. You haven't chicken gambled yet. Yeah. Does anyone know what time Avid's stream is scheduled for? I think on YouTube he has it scheduled already. Let's see. Because, yeah, I feel like both Viking and Anathra are probably going to be ending stream soon. Because they've both been going since before me. 2030. Is that an hour from now? Yeah, so Avid's not going to be live for another hour, so we're not waiting that long. Okay, let's raid into Viking then, because Anathra was going for quite a while before me, so he'll probably be ending sooner. Okay. Raid. So if you are subscribed, grab the bouncing derps. If you are not subscribed, grab the raid symbols. We're going to head over to Viking Pilot, who's a member of the Birch Kingdom, who just evicted all of my children. So little salty. No, I'm kidding. Not salty. Here we go. And let's set up a redirect on the YouTube side to send you guys over to Viking as well. Customization, add redirects, Viking Pilots. Save. All right. I will see you guys on Friday for a stream on the viewer SMP. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. Say hi to Viking for me, and I will see you guys Friday. Bye-bye. I've got to wait one more second.